Hey, this is JT, and I wanted to just quickly kind of go over what my plans for the channel are going forward. I wasn't even sure I was going to continue with the channel or to create content at all. And the reason for that is the last 2 years have been a bit of a challenge. I share more on Twitter than I do on YouTube. And I think going forward, I'm going to try to correct that and share more with you guys here. But the reason I wasn't sure if I was going to continue with the channel at all was in fall of 2021, October 2021, my mom passed away. And then 1 year later, my older brother, who was like a father to me, he passed away. So I lost two close family members recently. And then this fall, my dad got into an auto accident where he ended up going over an embankment, 30-foot drop into a ravine. He was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. He's okay now, luckily. But anyways, that also happened. So there was just multiple kind of, tragedies in a short time period. My older brother was only 50, so he was very young to pass. All of that kind of just made me feel burned out, and I wasn't really into creating content. So I actually went to work full-time for a construction company as doing project management there. I didn't want to have, I think, the pressure or the stress or whatever of trying to create content and do the whole self-employed thing. So I felt like there was a time where I just needed to clock in, clock out. But that was very unfulfilling for me. And it made me, ultimately, after about a year, it made me realize that I really do have a passion for helping people. And it made me want to get back to creating content. But an additional challenge there is we also moved this year, this June actually, to a new house. And my backyard's better than my old backyard, but it's also very loud. It's a residential area, but there's kind of a busy street behind us, and there's traffic at all hours of the day, especially in the mornings, dropping kids off from school, in the afternoons, picking kids up from school. And so it's very difficult for me to shoot content in the backyard if there's any speaking involved, because it's just nonstop noise. So what I did is I converted my garage to a gym that I can have quiet, that I can create content, and I can teach you guys. So going forward for 2023, what I plan to do with the channel is to create more content, body weight strength training content, exercise in general, but to dig a lot more into general health. Obviously, there's a ton more to being healthy and aging successfully than just weight training or resistance training. So I'm going to be digging into that stuff. Part of that, I started a podcast. So what I've been doing the last month, I've been recording episodes. I've got 4 down. I've got a ton of guests lined up. So what I would ask from you guys, if there are guests that you would like to see me interview, drop that name below in the comments. Let me know who you'd like for me to interview. And the overarching theme of the podcast is I'm extremely interested in health span and lifespan and the actions we can take to further those two things. I've got kids. I want to live as long, not only live as long, but I want to live as long and as well as I can. That's the difference there between health span and lifespan. I don't want to live old and feeble. I want to live old and active, and to be able to enjoy life and do the things I want to do to a very old age. So along that line, or in that framework, if there are people you'd like me to talk to, like I said, let me know. I will reach out. I'll try to get them booked. I think it's going to be exciting over the next year. I hope to bring you way better content than I did before, higher quality. I'm actually going to edit videos for once, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's my plan going forward. The podcast, make the YouTube channel better. I'm active on Instagram now, still active on Twitter. I started a private group. So if you feel like you need a little bit of help, you don't quite need one-on-one coaching, but you need a little bit of help, you can check out the private group. I have links to all my social media, website, the private group, and everything in the notes to this video. So you can go down and check that out. I'll link the podcast down there as soon as I start launching episodes. They will be launching after Christmas with episode 1. I'll be posting those episodes here, so you're not going to miss them if you want to watch them in video format. But otherwise, you can click the link below. You can check it out on different podcast players. And yeah, that's basically where I came from the last few years. That gives you guys an idea where I'm planning to go with the content. So also, if there's videos that you'd like to see me tackle here on YouTube, let me know that as well. I'd love to do that for you. And those can be from body weight strength, calisthenics. They can be really anything health and fitness related. Obviously, that's the overarching theme of all my content. So if there's things that you want to see me tackle, if there's stuff that you have questions about, let me know. I'll do the research. I'll put it in video format and I'll post it here. I'm looking forward to the next year with you guys. For those of you watching this video, because my channel has been fairly dormant, I know you're only seeing it because you actually follow me, subscribe to the channel most likely. So I thank you for that. Let's have a great 2023. I'll see you guys next year.